morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Today we are doing the basket weave stitch, which looks really complicated and difficult, but it is not. It is easy and it looks really cool. If you can see this here, I've done this in the Thebans colorway from my shop. But you can use it, use whatever color you want, whatever yarn you want. It will make really good, easy, beautiful blankets, or you can make scarves. Those are generally common things that people make with the basket weave stitch, but you can use this for so many different things. It's so versatile, and it adds a little bit of it's stretchy just by default, I guess, because of how it's worked up. So yes, use whatever yarn you would like to use. This one is just DK in multiply and in merino, and it also, I mean, you can actually see the design here, but it works up really nicely in solid colors as well. And so I am actually working on a commissioned scarf, and it's going to be kind of a long it's a wider scarf, Lenny Kravitz style, and I've actually made the weave a little bit bigger, and I'll show you how to do that too. So you can use, it looks great in chunky yarn as well, and but you can use whatever you'd like. So let's get started. For this, you're going to need to do, it's going to be multiples of 4 and then add 7 to your chain. So multiples of 4 to whatever length you are going for, and then just add 7. So what I did was a chain of 20, and then I added 7 extra ones on the end, so that's 27. If you can see that there. So what you're going to do is start with a double crochet. All you're doing is double crochets in this pattern. It's just a front post and back posts, but we'll get to that. So it's not focused for you. There you go. So you're going to start with the 3rd chain from the hook and do a double crochet, just like that. And then all the way across, you're going to do double crochets. So if you do that, just yarn over and do a double crochet into each chain. Just continue along that way, and I will meet you when you are done this row. So keep going. Okay, so if you are done that's basically all there is to row number 1. So now that we have our double crochets, we're going to do row number 2. So chain 3, turn your work, and we're going to skip this first stitch here because this lines up with this one, this double crochet here, and we're going to do into the next 4 posts from below. We're going to do front post double crochet. So that's yarn over, and then just kind of lift up the post here from below and do your double crochet. So I'll do that again. So yarn over, lift up the post just like that, and yarn over, pull that loop through, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So again, just lift. So the easiest way to kind of hold the project is to kind of tilt it forward and up like this so that you can go easily into the post, so you're not kind of struggling like this. Just make it easy for yourself. And go in like that. And so that's your four front post double crochets. Now we're going to do back posts. So we're going to alternate. So it's 4 front, 4 back, 4 front, 4 back. Okay, so into the back, you're going to kind of turn your work again up how you would normally kind of crochet, and then yarn over and go into the back like this. So poke the hook head through and then push the post backwards like that. So I'll just yarn over and then bring your hook through and then back so that the post is actually in the back, and then pull that yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then do that again 3 more times. So it's popping that through just like that. It's almost like you know that show or that movie The Shining, when Johnny pops his head through. So just pretend you're here, Johnny, and then put it back through. So that's your back post double crochet. Okay, we've done 4 of those. Now we are going to alternate again, switch up, and you're doing front post. So that's yarn over and then tilt your work, lift this up, lift the post up just like that, and do your double crochet. Yarn over, lift that up, yarn over, lift, and then 1 more. Now we are going to switch again and do the 4 back posts, back post double crochet. So again, Johnny's coming through and he's leaving again. Stick that through and behind. That's the 3rd one. And 4th one. Okay, now we're switching back to the front again. So just lift that up. And 3 more of those. And 1 more. And then you're going to do back posts again. So remember to go through the back, push that through, and then push it back again. So forward, backwards. Forward, backwards. And forwards, backwards. And that should leave you with just the final chain 4 that you did. And there's a final little chain 4 or chain 3 here. So what you're going to do is just do a regular double crochet into the top chain of that. and that's going to make your work kind of, it's going to make it nice and aligned and even on the sides. So you'll always have one double crochet on each side. Okay, so for row number 3, we chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and again, like I said, that counts as a stitch. Now we are going to go, see how we have our front and back posts. So these ones are the front ones here. We're going to go and do the same thing again. So for round 3, you do a front post double crochet. So remember, that's just lifting the post up and doing your double crochet and just around that post. And we got one more here. Okay, and now we're going to switch to the back posts. So that's yarn over, and remember, you might want to pull your work just to see it there. So there, you'll have a line here. You're going above that, and you're not working into this line. You're working above this line. So just pop that hook through and then back around again. And there's your post in the back. Pull your yarn through and then do your double crochet. So again, I'll do that again. You just go in, out, and your double crochet. Forwards, backwards, just like that. And then forwards, backwards. And then you are going to jump back into the front post of this one. So just do your front post double crochet again into the 4 stitches. And then once you've done those 4, you're going back into the back to do the back posts, just like that. So if you have a longer project, then just continue along, alternating between front and back every 4 posts. And you can always pause the video. You can always like and subscribe too if you're finding these useful. And if not, then, well, don't do that. But I appreciate y'all anyways. Okay. So I'm into the last 4 here. This is the final stretch. And so we got one more back post double crochet to do. And then there should be 1 double crochet left on the side here. So that is your chain 3 from your previous row. So what you do is you just do a double crochet into the top chain there. Now if you don't do the double crochet into the top, you'll end up with kind of a little flap here. So make sure that you're going into the top of that chain 3 from the previous row. Just like that. And that will give you a nicer chain, a nice straight edge there. So for row 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, well, we're chaining 3, not 4. Then you turn your work. And so we have little squares here. Now that is what I did here, is these squares. They're a little bit like rectangles, but if you would like your, this is where we're going to diverge here. If you would like your basket weave to be a little bit larger and the stitches to be more than just a little block, little squares, if you want them to be more like rectangles, then do, and that's what I've done here, is you do one more row exactly how you did what you did below. So you would continue with row 4 by doing front posts, then back posts, front, back, front, back. But we're going to make these squares a little bit smaller. So that's why I'm giving you like basically 2 versions of this. So these are this is the smaller square or smaller rectangle. But now that you know how to do this, if you want to make the rectangles really long and defined, then just continue along and make sure that all of these are on the front and then the back, and then you will alternate. So I'll show you how to alternate now. So we're going to switch. So this will be your square here, like this, and now we're going to switch to this, so that the so that it pops here, 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 like that, and then goes kind of in that way. You'll see what I mean. So to switch now and alternate, you're going to, so it'll be every 2 rows. So we've done rows 2 and 3. Now 4 and 5 are going to be a different way. So instead of doing front post double crochets, we're actually going to go into the back. You're going to do back post double crochets here, and that basically gives you the look of the basket weave. So go into the back and do back posts, and you will do that for the next 2 rows. So this is row 4, and row 5 you'll do the same. Okay, so we've done our back posts like that, and so it's kind of hidden in the back here. Now we're going to do front posts into the top of, so you'll have these 2 lines here into the top of the next post. So you might have to pull it a little bit just to see where those posts are, but you'll find them, and then just bring them to the front like that. So I'll do that a little bit slowly again. So lift it up just like that, and you do that 4 times. And then we're switching back to the back posts. So you're just going from front to back again. Front to back. fourth one. And then back to the front. So just, if you need to, push that little horizontal line down, and you'll be able to see your posts behind that. And then back to the back posts. And finally, into the last 4, you are doing front posts. Front post double crochet. And just shove that line out of the way so you can get into the top of that post. And then the final thing to do on this row again is find that chain 3 and do a double crochet into the top chain of that. Boom, you're done that row. So for row 5, 1, 2, 3, you chain 3, turn your work. And then we are just continuing what we did before. So you're doing a back post double crochet into these first 4. So back posts. And then alternate, and you're doing your 4 front posts now. Okay, so I'll let you continue with that, and then I'll meet you at the very end, and that will be almost it. So if you have made it to the end, just remember to do your final double crochet into the top of that chain 3 from the previous row. And then, so you'll have, your design is starting to really pop. So you'll be on to row 6, so you'll just turn your chain 3, turn your work, and you are going to switch it up again, and you've done 2 rows of starting with back post. So now you're going to jump back to doing front post double crochets again, and so it'll be front back, and you'll do that for another 2 rows and then switch back to back post. So basically just do rows 2, 3, 4, 5 repeatedly. Now if you're doing a larger and longer rectangle, you're going to alternate every 3 rows. So it'll be front post, front post, front post for 3 rows, and then back post, back post, back post for 3 rows, and that's how you start and end. Okay, so that's for the larger project. This is switch for every 2 rows. With this, you'll be able to see, you know, as well what you're doing and how big you want these squares, or if you want them to be rectangles or what not. But that is the basic of a basket weave stitch, and you are now pros. So I am leaving you to it. You have fun with this and make beautiful things, and hope that helped. So we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.